Hi folks, I'm Lonnie Johnson. Welcome back to my channel. I have another video here for you. I'm changing the front brakes on a BMW 328i. Right now I got it jacked up. I have a jack stand under it and I'm going to remove the lugs, but they're not lugs, they're actually bolts. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. 11/16 fits on there, but the 17mm socket works best. This is the bolts or studs, whatever you want to call them, that holds the wheel on. Now you can just kick it or pop it off. Now if you have an air compressor, go ahead and blow this thing off before you tear into it. Brake dust can be really bad. Then I'm going to go in here, start removing this brake. And the rotor looks pretty good. I don't have to replace the rotor. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here off. It should just pop off. As you can see, it's got a clip right there on it. So all we got to do is push it back and just pull it out. Be careful because it will fly out. Now right here there's a sensor that tells you when your brakes need to be replaced. When the brakes get so low, a light will come on the dash telling you that you need to replace your brakes. Now it could be low on this side or the other side, doesn't matter. You'll still need to replace your brakes. This should just pop out. Just take a screwdriver, put it in there, pop it out. Now you can go ahead and reuse this if you don't have one in your kit, but I have one with my brakes, so I'm going to replace this wire here as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside here, doesn't matter where, as long as I can pry it back like so, and you can see the caliper coming forward, and that's going to release the caliper from the brakes. And now when I unbolt it, I should be able to pull that off by hand. You have these little caps that you got to take off. And right back here. Now if you come back here in the back right here, this little tab here, or this little cap, just pops right off. And you got one on the bottom as well. Yeah, it should be right there. Should have a cap on it. Just take it off. To take those bolts out, I'm going to use a 7mm Allen socket and an extension with a 3/8 ratchet. It goes right inside here, and I'll put the ratchet on there and smack it with a rubber mallet hammer. As you can see, it goes back past this hose here. That way it'll get you back there to where you can grab hold of it and break it loose. I'm going to smack down on it with a rubber mallet hammer. And breaks it right loose. Now I'll go to the bottom one and do the same thing. So this is the bolt or shaft or whatever you want to call it that goes down in there to hold the caliper on. This little hole here takes a 7mm Allen wrench. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off. It should just come right off since I got it compressed already. Pull it up here, out of the way. Now I've got it up here. I'm going to go ahead and take this brake pad off of there. And as you can see, this brake pad is pretty much gone. And here's where that sensor clicks in. Here's the back one. I'm going to have to pull it out. It should just pop right out. Have to use a little force on it. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Now, this one's pretty much gone as well. Is to compress the caliper with this little tool right here, which has saved me a lot of time and headache at times. What I will do is go ahead and take the old pad, just set it right there. That's the one that came off of the front. I'm not going to use the one that goes on the back. We'll take this, slide it in there, crank it down. You don't have to break the bleeder to squirt brake fluid all over your car and everywhere and on the ground. And yeah, you can put a hose on there and capture it. But this right here, we'll put it all right back up in the reservoir. Very little effort. There, it's all the way down. Back it out. Pull it off. Pull it back where I need it for the next time. Okay, now this is ready for new brake pads and ready to be put back on. Back brake pad, front brake pad. Now, you can see the difference here on these pads. I'm going to go ahead and throw some grease on here and here when I put it back in there. Yeah, go ahead and take this part right here, put it down on there, and shove it in. It's spring loaded, so it should be a little tight. That's on there. Now what I'll do, I'm going to take some lube. I'm going to put it in here and here before I put it back on there, because it rides on this thing right here and this thing up here. Okay, now that I got it greased, I'll slap it back on there. As you can see, this one just falls on there. If I look down, I can actually see space through there, and I can see space up at the top. So yeah, these two spots here is the only thing that needs to be greased. Same way with this one here. It goes on the back. Okay. I want to push this out before I put it on there. This is the other bolt or whatever you want to call it that goes on there. Just turn this around and slide it back on there. You got to do it the right way so you don't kink the hose. Okay, now that's on there. I'm going to bolt it down. Just throw these in there and get them started. There's one. And there's the other one. Now I'll have to run them down and snug them up. Once you get your bolts to the caliper snug down, don't forget to put your little caps back on to keep the dirt, water, and moisture and everything else out. They just snap in there. Just put them on there and just push, and you'll hear them click in. Now this is my new wire. I have to go in here and take off the old wire. Now I got to take it off here, take it off right here, take it around. Now you come down here at the bottom of this box and there's latches. Just pull, there's one on each side, and open this box up. So there's what we're looking for. And we want this one, we got another little place over here where it goes in. Just pull it out of there. And this should pop out. Now, here's what we need to replace. This right here, you see right there's the clip. Push in on it. And it should pull right out. Like so. Now this one ain't no good. We're going to throw it away. Okay, now you'll take your new one and you'll look down in here at that, and you'll look at this one and see how it orientated. And this one goes just like this. Push it on there. It's together. Now I'm going to push it back up in here. And when you go to put it back in, this one seems to be shorter than what the other one was, so push it forward and pop it in just like so. This wire goes up in there like that. It comes out right here. Now let's go ahead and shut this door. There it is. Okay, now snap it down. Make sure everything's secure. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and hook the wires up and run it right on down through here. That one goes in there. They got these little grooves in them to where all you do is push it in there. And it's a little tight, what you want it tight. Bring this on around. We want to hook this in right here. Just like that. Now this one here, you don't want to put it in the front because it's got that piece right there and it's not going to go. You want to put it on the back one, and I can feel it right there. You can push it in there, and there it is. It just snaps in there, just like that. Now go ahead and take this, and you got two choices. You can hook it to this one, or you can hook it to this one. Just go ahead, take this and slide it in there. See, it's got little teeth to hold it in. You can just slide it in there until it locks. You can also go to right there, and it should have came with new ones, but it didn't. So this is what we got. And there it is. I actually fit it over top of the bleeder valve because that looks like that is a good place for it. So yeah, it don't come off, it don't move, and it keeps the wire out of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw the wheel on there, bolt it down. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share with friends. Thanks for watching.